Once again, we're going to have to get in deep. Eventually, I'll get to some of the stuff that I'd like to show you, but right now, I got to address a couple things that isn't being addressed, and I feel it's important. Like him or not.
With us from beautiful Wisconsin. Hey, Jeff.
Thank you, Sean. Mr. President, welcome to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Northeast Wisconsin.
Thank you.
Great to have you with us. My question for you is, with all the unrest we've seen across the country, and right here in the state of Wisconsin last night in our capital city,
Yes.
a senator was beaten, Lady Forward was ripped off her pedestal, we lost some other statues. What steps is the administration taking to give us back our streets?
So, very strong. You happen to have a Democrat governor right now. If you would have had Governor Walker, that wouldn't have happened.
That's
Wouldn't
right.
have happened. I mean, I'm not saying it. If Scott were your governor, that would not have happened. But it did happen, and it was a shame. And the person they beat up was a Democrat.
He wanted to say, you have a New World Order puppet.
Who happened to be gay. And he was probably out there rooting them on or something. Because Democrats think it's wonderful that they're destroying our country. It's a very sick thing going on. Nobody's ever seen it. Biden is going to be, look, I don't think Biden's a radical left, but it doesn't matter because they're going to just do whatever they want to do. They'll take him over. He can't perform. He's not going to be able to perform. He's shot.
He's a
He's
puppet.
shot. Whether you like it or not, he's shot. The radical left.
He's a
is going
puppet,
to
and
take
he
him
ain't
over.
even
Look
a
what
good
happened.
puppet.
Eliot
That's what
Engel
Trump's saying.
Was a pretty mainline guy. He lost by like 37 points or so. He just got killed in the election we just had yesterday. He was supposed to be a shoo-in, and he got hit by a strong far-left candidate. You have a couple of other congressmen and women that probably are going to lose or are going to lose very close, too close to call. Look at what's happened to the Democrats. And these are real lefties. These are people that take a look at Venezuela. Venezuela was a very rich country, a great country, a beacon. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, people looked, richest country in Latin, South America, richest, everything good. They don't have food. They don't have water. They have death all over. People have nothing. It's the same exact mindset and philosophy that we have today on attack. And it won't happen. Not while I'm here. It won't happen. But a guy like Biden, he's going to have no power to do anything about it. And they're dragging him. I don't know if you saw, Bernie Sanders said, my sole focus now is to take Joe Biden way left. They're going to do it because there's nobody in the center left anyway. He was left anyway. But there's nobody in the center or center left. I mean, it's a disgrace what's happened to our country. Now, with that being said, the Republicans have to get tougher. And I'm telling them all the time, because they're sitting back, they want to be politically correct. They think, oh, it's terrible to say something bad. No, no, no. I told them, you'll see. If anyone attacks, I stopped it the other night. I stopped it a number of times. But you'll see what's happening. And we told them, every night we're going to get tougher and tougher. And at some point there's going to be retribution because there has to be. These people are vandals, but they're agitators, but they're terrorists in a sense. So I think you'll be extremely impressed. But you have to put pressure also. I love the Republicans. I told you they came for me 100%. I'm at 96% approval rating in the Republican Party. But I said, you're going to have to get tougher. You can't be politically correct anymore because we're really fighting something that's very dangerous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Really fighting something that's very dangerous. He's talking about the New World Order, my friends. He can't come out and say it because they just eat him up. My Kool-Aid, my New World Order. Stop drinking the New World Order Kool-Aid. He can't say it. They'll eat him up. Conspiracy, conspiracy. And everybody's calling him a racist? Well, I remember just last year, we seem to have amnesia around here, but I remember pretty good. Last year, Trump did something. And here, let me share that with you.
Of a New York man officials are calling the last surviving Nazi collaborator. Authorities say The 94-year-old came here in 1949, hiding his past as an armed guard in a brutal Nazi prison camp. He was stripped of his citizenship years ago, but he remained here in the U.S. That is until now. And ABC's Tara Palmieri is here with the story. Tara, good morning.
Good morning, Paula. Yaqub Pauli has been living in the shadows for decades. A man authorities say is the last known surviving Nazi collaborator on U.S. soil. Until now, living in Queens, New York. His presence there bringing on years of outrage from the surrounding community. But this morning, he's been deported to Germany at the direct order of President Trump.
ABC News was there exclusively as ICE agents wheeled Yaqub Pauli from his New York home.
Sir, are you a Nazi?
You're watching a now frail 95-year-old man finally being deported for his alleged role as an armed guard at a Nazi death camp in Poland, decades after his alleged involvement.
Any regrets, sir? Do you have any regrets?
Justice Department investigators say Pauli was complicit in the deaths of thousands of Jews during World War II. Authorities say Pauli lied to immigration officials when he first entered the U.S. in 1949. And it wasn't until 2003 that he was exposed as an alleged war criminal and stripped of his U.S. citizenship.
Anything you'd like to say, sir? Anything?
The lead investigator saying in 2004, quote, during a single nightmarish day in November 1943, all of the more than 6,000 prisoners of the Nazi camp that Yaqub Pauli had guarded were systematically butchered. A judge ordered him deported in 2005, but no country would take him. For years, protesters gathered outside his home in Queens, demanding action. Members of Congress imploring President Trump to finish what was started, to send a message to the entire world that the United States stands firmly against anti-Semitism, bigotry, and hatred. The deportation drawing rare praise for Trump from top Democrats.
He's a war criminal. He didn't deserve to live in the United States. He doesn't deserve to die in the United States.
Look who it
Place
is.
of freedom and equality, where we respect each other's differences.
Sources tell ABC News the president became fixated on the case, ordering his new ambassador to Germany, Richard Grenell, to make Pauli's deportation a top priority after being sworn in. It's unclear what's next for him. He's being detained by the German government, but they're still evaluating his legal status since they don't consider him to be a German citizen.
So deported overnight, future to be determined in Germany.
Exactly.
Trump deported his ass right away, that Nazi. He's been here since 2003. They discovered him 2003. That's Bush, Obama. Okay, guys? They didn't do nothing. Biden, they didn't do nothing. They've been in power for a while. They didn't do nothing. Kind of what Trump was saying, Biden's a pushover. The New World Order already owns his ass. Just like these left states, they already own their ass. Okay? The Nazi thing, Trump being a white supremacist Nazi, well, he deported the last Nazi and known Nazi in America. 90-some years old. Yanked his ass right the fuck out of America. Nazi scum. Part of executing all them people. Yeah. The race card isn't working with Trump. He's doing too much. That proves you're wrong, people. I don't know what side of history you want to stand on. But if you want to stand on America's side of history, you better get on Trump's team because your asses are going down. We've had enough. The New World Order is not going to get their mega cities. Okay? This is what they want for America. Okay? They want these mega cities. That's what they want for America. The rest of the land, they want us to kill each other off. They're going to open up the borders. Open up the borders here. You see? That way everybody can flow in and cause chaos so that Americans can never come together as one body like we always have. See, the world's been coming in our back doors and taking these cities. They've been taking these cities. If you'll notice, they're all Democratic for a reason. They were promised they'd be kings and queens in the New World Order. Hillary was supposed to put, yes, pre-planned Hillary, who failed, was supposed to put them into martial law so that they can stay in power like kings and queens under Obama's executive orders he signed. Okay? This is not a joke. This is what Trump is saving you guys from. They will chip you in these mega cities, and you won't be going out in the wilderness, in the land there. It'll be too dangerous. They're going to call it the lawless land. You know, they want us killing each other off and and never coming together. They know people who won't take the chips will be out here, and they'll offer money on those chips because they're going to put all the money into a world banking system that goes on your hand or in your phone first, and then after that, they'll bribe you too. Oh, we'll put like $10,000 starting credit on it. Come on in. You've been living like shit out in the wilderness, camping every night. And believe me, it sucks camping every night for months and months and months and months. You guys think you're gonna live in a these cities are not going to be your TV cities either. This isn't gonna be your everything's perfect cities. Heck no. There'll be so many police be wearing UN talking Chinese police on every corner, just like the Uyghurs over in China. You know, over in China where it touches the Middle East, they have to, if they want a kitchen knife, they got to walk down to the corner local cop, Chinese cop, and they got to check in. They got to give their ID so they can get a knife just to cut up their food. And it has a serial number on that knife, and they have to give it back when they want their ID. Yeah, could you imagine having to do that every time you were cooking? What the fuck, people? You have no idea what's going on. The re-education camps along the Uyghurs population there, along the borders of China and the Middle East, they're called the Uyghurs, and their population has been disassembled. Those are Muslims down there that were disassembled. You think the Chinese system is a good system? You're idiots. And in the left, that's what Biden sold out to, the one world order. They're using China for the example city. That's why the virus started there, because they started the attack. They were the first to initiate it. They went on plan. They could have stopped it, but no, they've been planning this so long that they just went on plan, even with Trump in the fucking house. They're idiots, because American people have woken up, and we have captain in the seat. You guys need to get your shit together, or we're going to be living in these fucking mega cities. Actually, we won't be living, we'll be dead, because they'll be hunting. All you and me will be hunted, because we're hardcore patriots, sworn under Constitution for our country. The 3% means God, country, and family. That's the real 3%. And I don't want this mega city right here for my children or my grandchildren. I don't ever want them to say that we failed them and it's our fault that they can't even free themselves. And oh yeah, once they get these cities, we'll never be able to free ourselves. Just look at how they're enforcing the masks on us. People are getting paid to stand at Walmart and given the authority to kick you out. Oh man, you guys, the next will be the chip. And as far as the virus thing goes, I mean, what's next, guys? My car? Me driving my car? Next, you're going to take away my car because I'm jeopardizing your safety, because you have more of a chance dying in a car wreck than you do getting this fucking virus and dying from it. Just look at the statistics already. It's got a 99.98% survival if you get it. In other words, you ain't going to die from it unless you already have a bad immune system, or you're already dying, or you're really old, or you have a weak immune system. I don't know. You can't just, healthy people just ain't going to drop dead. That's why you don't see no neighborhood, not one neighborhood, where Tommy went and played with Joey, and he got Joey sick, and then the whole neighborhood got diarrhea and puking everywhere, and 8 people died on the block. You haven't heard nothing like that, because you're not gonna hear nothing like that, people. It's a fucking scam to put you in fear so they can control you with the fear. Next, they're gonna say, oh, the virus is on the money. We gotta get rid of the money, because yeah, that was their plan. And when they do that, are you going to enforce that in your stores too? And when they say, oh, we're out of change, we're low on change, well, holy fuck, people. I remember we all started using credit cards, and there was an overflow of change just not too long ago. What, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? Come on, man. You guys are so stupid. Oh, Trump 2020 before pre-planned New World Order COVID 1984 One World Order turns into 1776 or worse, AMERIGEDDON. And believe me, when they do these mega cities, all those missing cities in the gap there, all them towns and stuff that are in between the mega cities, it's all empty because they want to burn those cities down. And all the farmers and ranchers and mom and pa's businesses everywhere. And they will. Eventually, if we go this direction, they'll wall off the mega cities and there goes the one world order right there. We'll be a third world to never unite so China can take over superpower with Rome. Rome and China working together. Yeah, and they're not the only ones. So get your shit together, people. We're running out of time. And FEMA put out a 6-month preparedness warning to be prepared, a huge warning saying power will be out for 6 months. That was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they put out this warning through Homeland. And you guys, it's not a joke. The Democrats, they could have the key to the EMP. And if they do, this winter, it may get really cold. That might be their only other way to get out of Trump and our military and us woke people coming after them in a mob. Because right now, we're holding. We're all holding. Pretty soon, though, that line will start forming. And when it does, they're going to shit their frickin' pants. There's more American, God-fearing country folk, just people who love America and know that we are on the brink of never being able to come back from where we're going. Never. We'll never be able to unite again. Our children will never be able to unite again. This shit's not a joke, people. Okay, I'm dead serious when I say they think of you as a sheep for the slaughter. They don't care if they kill you. They do not care. They will kill you. Okay? They want their frickin' society. They want their society of robots. Loyal robots that'll do whatever they do. Not even thinking what the frick it frickin' means, man. These people are evil. You don't even want to know what they do with children in the dark. You don't even want to know how they get high. This is Johnny Cage and the real Mortal Kombat. Shit's gonna get deep soon.